driving back to the airport to leave the next morning and found this moose out feeding in the meadow. I don't know if that's where moose's drool beer comes from, but might be. All goes well today. It should be a pretty short day, about 4 hours of flying to get this airplane home. One area of weather though we still got to worry about.
Good morning, everybody. Here's what we woke up to. That's looking to the south. That's looking to the west. There's a Sweetheart warming up. That's the direction we're trying to go. And we got this scud layer down low, and there's nice breaks. There's blue sky above. I was just seeing the tops of the mountains right over here, and there's the tops over there. So there's just some scud layers in here. I can see the ridge line out there 15 miles away. So it's improving. So I think in probably a half hour or so, we should be able to get out of here. But man, what a great little place. Check out this camping area over here. Twin Lodges, Montana. Great place to come to if you need something. Well, we got a pilot's register sign. Something tells me there's probably nothing in the container here. If it is, it's probably wet. Nope. Nice little pilot lounge in that red building. Couch, computer, bathroom. And here's the camping area. Fire pits, good areas for your tent. Gazebo, pretty nice. Now we just need this scud layer to pick up some more. Need a little bit more.
Weather has started to pick up, so we restarted 986 and gonna get strapped in. Let's get headed north. Well, the weather was continuing to slowly improve. It still wasn't great, but talking with the locals, this airport sits on a ridge up on a sloping side hill in the valley. So it was downhill in all three directions, which meant I was going to continually fly into better and better weather conditions. I also had a private airport 10 miles to the north that was a good out for me, lots of hay fields if need be, and I had the weather cameras up at the interstate 25 miles north showing that the weather was acceptable up there. I got back up to the freeway and turned left. I could get to the top of McDonald Pass. The ceilings weren't high, but the problem was at the top I looked down the backside and I could not see down the backside west into Butte. Turns out it was still fogged in the bottom, so we turned back around, went back to the east, jumped on the roads. Here we're headed north into Helena. And as we got closer and closer to Helena, the weather continued to improve, not only ahead of me, but the ceilings went up, the viz was better, and before long I was able to turn up to the northwest, start climbing over the mountains, and had this beautiful, beautiful day meet me as I climbed over, dropped into Deer Lodge, Montana area. At that point I knew I had easy sailing home. I love the run coming into Missoula from the east. You run through this canyon along the Clark Fork River. And there's always been this little airport called Rock Creek in the bottom. I've overflown it probably a half dozen times plus, but I've never landed it. Today was the perfect time. I was already running low. I had nowhere I had to be at any time. I knew I was going to get home with plenty of time. And so we rolled the wheels on this cute little strip. It sits at about 3,500 feet in the Montana Central Mountains, about 4,200 feet long. As you continue out through the valley, I love it. You got the river, we passed up the coal train, and then right before you get to Missoula, at the city or the area of Bonner, here's one of the big sawmills. Had some large fires go through this area a couple years ago, and you can see they're taking good use of those burned logs that weren't completely destroyed and putting them into production. One hour to go and stretching my legs. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. As you come into the south end of the Flathead Valley, you have the National Bison Range, and here's a herd down below. We'll see one more section just a little further to the north. That was kind of cool to see.
Woo. We may or may not have stopped to take a leak here at Folsom, Montana. Beautiful, beautiful location, beautiful day. Never been here. Wish I had time to stop and see the Steens.
There's some interesting yard art. I still don't know what it was. Flying north up the western banks of Flathead Lake, absolutely beautiful. Glacier National Park up at the end. And then out across one of these islands, I came across a surprise. It looked like best way to describe it was a castle. It was definitely time to accept the risk of flying low over the water to check this thing out. Rumor has it that this island and this castle and its outhouses and boathouses belong to Sylvester Stallone. Here I am on left downwind coming into Glacier. They had me extend for a twin that was about 15 miles away. I don't think they realized just how quickly I could turn and land. But you know what? It was a beautiful day in Montana. I was flying the last couple of minutes of a wonderful J-3, so I was really not in a hurry and didn't mind at all. Went out on a little sightseeing trip.
Now the only pressure is, boy, let's make sure we can put down one nice smooth landing, because you never know if the owner's out there looking.
Say we've got another airplane safely delivered to a happy customer. Beautiful day here in Glacier Park International, Whitefish, Montana. We spent about the last 40 minutes now going over the airplane with the owner, getting it unloaded, everything ready. I think we got about 28 hours on this trip. We had high headwinds, high tailwinds, mixed rain and snow, low ceilings. Today, once I got about 60 miles north, I was able to jump over the Continental Divide, and the weather's great over here. Well, here's something I've never seen, a three-wheel de-ice truck. Oh man.
And while it was May, it's still time to be de-icing here at Glacier. This is Horizon Airlines de-icing truck at Glacier Park International Airport.
Well, and after 28 hours of J3 time going halfway across the country, this is how you go the last 400 miles. At least it's a comfortable jet, not a Q400. Beautiful day in Whitefish.
Mission complete.